Good, sorry, good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another morning. It is Monday, November 24th. 2000 and I don't know why the first number that came to my head was 2017, but that's not right. 2025. Here we go. We've made it. Welcome. If you're new here, stick around. If you're not new here, don't forget to click the thumbs up button as you come in. It helps the channel. It helps the chat. It helps it all. So click the thumbs up. You're already here hanging out with us, so you might as well. It takes you all of 1 second and it's free. Yeah, the mic's a little low. Good morning. I turned it back up. Hello. Good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome back. Good morning. Sorry about the low mic. How are we for glitch this morning? I don't see any major glitching going on, which is super awesome. We love that for us. Sometimes first thing in the morning we have a little bit of an issue where the internet tries to give up. Looking very pretty. Thank you. I'm wearing an entirely new thrifted outfit. This is, what brand is this? Reitman's. This was $2. There was $2 for all clothing at the thrift store this weekend, and I got 2 new pairs of jeans and 3 new pairs of non-jean pant. Two pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of canvas pants, and 1 pair of like stretchy, corduroy, stretchy corduroy, so not stretchy, baggy. It's not stretchy, it's corduroy, but it's baggy. So I got 1 pair of baggy corduroy pants, 2 pairs of canvas pants, and 2 pairs of jeans for $10. And then I also got 5 shirts. So I got this one and 4 others. You're like a fairy. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Nina, good morning as well. Candace, good morning as well. Nice to see you all here this morning. Click the thumbs up button. Looks like this. It's down here. Being told I look like a fairy is like one of the highest compliments. So thank you. Fairy and generalized forest being is also totally acceptable. Awesome thrifting wins. Total awesome thrifting wins. I actually have only one of them to show you because the other ones I put through the wash last night and now they're in the dryer, except this one came out of the dryer. I'll show you the jeans I'm wearing because I'm also wearing a new pair of jeans. I'm just going to start wearing only my new clothes until they're not new anymore. I mean, they're not new. They're new to me though. So these are, I think these are Old Navy or American Eagle. They're boyfriend fit. They're boyfriend fit, which means they're kind of like a relaxed denim fit. They're not tight. They're not skinny jeans. The only downside, my sister said this is not a bad thing, but the way I looked at it is kind of, I don't know if they're flattering for me. I feel like this line is super, like, defined right here. I feel like my other jeans, they kind of like, they look like this. There's no, like, line. Do you see how there's, like, that line? My other jeans look more like that, no line. So my sister said they're fine. I like them because they're comfortable and they're thick denim. Like, they're not jeggings, they're like thick denim. And then this shirt is so cute, isn't it? One other thing I do want to show you, because I bought a handmade item. I bought this with the intention of, oh, are we getting some glitching? Nope, not bad. Okay. Yep, now we are, of course. Right when I said no. Every single morning. Always glitching.
What?
My computer every morning. It slows down. Like, look at the way it's nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna go get my coffee. I want to sit back. Hey there, Anna. My computer is still struggling, so That's always a nice way to start the day. Ugh. I think I got eyelash glue on my lower eyelash, and now it's like bothering me. Obviously, these are not my real eyelashes. Duh. Okay, come on. You could do it, internet. Dropped frames, 0. How are we doing? Are we still glitchy? Are we still looking like a lot of glitch is going on? Hello, my lovelies. Hello to you too. That feeling when you get absolutely nauseous for no reason. We love her. Unreal, so bad. Okay, looks good now. I'm not seeing anything. Sorry, guys. Welcome to my... I went to go get coffee. Come on, computer. You guys just relax. You go get yourself a tea or a coffee. I'm gonna go crazy with this one lash that's jabbing me in the eyeball. I'll try to straighten it on stream without a mirror. I will say, it's still easier than mascara, but it's not... Okay, Gary, that was unnecessary, buddy. Okay. Better or worse? Did that get better or worse? Hold on. Now my eyes are watering. I don't know if that's better or worse. I wanted to have like a big flicky tail on the end today. I'm just talking to myself right now while I wait for the computer to stop being fully against me in life. Okay. And we did the front side bangs today, which is fun. I had an awesome weekend. I'm just waiting for my computer to stop being angry at me for me to actually be able to enjoy chatting with you. I think it has sorted itself. There we go. We're good. We're good. Everything's better when the computer works. Good morning, everyone. Geez, if you are a Facebook girly, please share the link to today's live stream on your Facebook, because Facebook seems to be where most of you guys are, and I would love to grow our community, but I don't have a ton of reach because you guys haven't found me yet. So I'm going to post the link to today's live stream right there. And if you are feeling so inclined, please post the live stream link onto your Facebook page. That would be awesome. If you feel vibes. If you don't worry about it. I'm not going to be offended. Okay, so I did thrift a really cool handmade item over the weekend. I thrifted really well this weekend. I only got clothes. I didn't buy any... Did I buy any other things? Oh, I did. And that's why the background of the thumbnail is fake flowers, because my sister and I went to, well, technically Alex came too. Julia, Alex, and I went to a thrift store, and what were you going to do with that sweater? I was planning on taking it apart, but then I tried it on and it's really cute. So maybe I'm just going to keep it and fix it. But wait, before I get to that, we cleaned Julia's house on Saturday. On Saturday morning, we emptied out their playroom. We put everything back in their playroom. The kids were gone with Julia's husband for the morning. So we spent the morning, Julia and I spent the morning emptying the playroom, putting everything back in the playroom, collecting everything that Elizabeth is outgrown, like toy-wise, large large plastic toy things that she's no longer into because she's now 8 months old. And so we had basically a carload of baby and children's stuff that needed to go to the thrift store or to the CDA, the Canadian Diabetics Association. And we brought it to the thrift store, and then Julie and I looked at one another and we're like, so basically we have a carload, an empty car. We should fill it. Let's go see what's available. And so we walked around the thrift store, and Julia found this giant bag of fake flowers. And at first we went, haha, and then we looked at each other for a second, and we were like, all of the bougie trees, like, do you know how trees are getting decorated this year? I'm not talking about, like, family trees. Everybody has their own tree decorating style. Like, my family, it's all handmade ornaments from, like, when we were kids. That's what's on my mom and dad's tree. But this year, and I feel like 2025 Christmas tree trending. This year, and maybe recent years, there's like this thing where people are shoving fake like flowers into their trees and shoving fake like botanical Christmas tree trends, maybe. They're putting botanicals into the tree. Like they're shoving poinsettia branches and all other kinds of like flowers and greenery into the tree. And I'm trying to find a picture to show you of like what Julia and I have seen when we've gone to like the plant stores. Like when we go into the plant store, which we do as like a hobby, there'll be like large like poinsettias and big pretend candies, like not just ornaments. There's new stuff getting shoved into trees, garland and roses and eucalyptus and just stuff to make the tree look super full. So Julie and I found this bag of false flowers. Like I'm talking a big recycling, like clear garbage bag, like a large one, like not one that goes into a garbage can, one that goes into the like that you put all your garbage in at the end of the week to go to the curb, the big garbage bag. We found a big garbage bag for $25, and I've never spent $25 on anything at that thrift store. I think the highest I've spent is like $8 on any one thing at that store. So $25 is it's a hefty price tag, which also means that the person who put this bag together knows that it's worth a lot of money, because you can buy a pair of shoes at this place that is like a $600 pair of shoes for $8. Like nothing is overpriced at the thrift store we go to. So if it's $25 worth of stuff, you best believe the person who packaged that up knew it was hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. So Julia and I talked about it and said, I don't want to spend $25 on fake flowers. So I said, would you spend $12? And she was like, yeah, for sure. And I said, okay, then we'll go half and half. So we decorated the absolute living metric ton out of her. Oh, I'm a weak old lady today with 2 sore arms and a sore body. Julia got her immunizations yesterday. She is now protected from COVID and the flu, as am I, but I did mine earlier. So, sorry, I'm just going to show you these. Actually, I'll show you all of the important things that we did this weekend. As you can see by the title, we did not adopt that cat. We were never going to, but like, part of me had like maybe like a little bit of a hope that we would. Excuse you. I'm working on something here. Okay. Please hold. It'll probably glitch while I get these. Oh, I guess I didn't need to send them to my computer. I guess I could have just opened them in Discord. Yeah, that's probably easier. Wouldn't worry about that. Done. Fine. Now we want those to get sent to Discord. Please hold, everyone. I got closed too. There was a drive. Ooh. We loves a closed drive. Okay, I'm going to just put it in live stream so I can show you. Good morning, Laura and everyone in Pets and Plants. Candace. Don't start with me. What are you sending me in Facebook? You better not be pressuring me into getting another pet. And by you better not, I mean if you found a Maine Coon or a Chihuahua that needs a home, those are unrelated things. What was I going to go? Oh, Facebook. Oh, wait, no, Discord. I need to go to Discord. Candace, stop distracting me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Alright, please hold. I have to change to my other Facebook. Click the thumbs up button. What are all 9 of you doing here without having clicked the thumbs up button? Help me get a new computer. Enjoy the glitching right now because there are 2 pages loading. Alright, Candace, where's my message? I don't have a notification in my messages, Candace. Unless it's not finished loading, which is also possible. No. Okay, let's check in this one. Did you message Laura me or last minute Laura? Okay, while we wait for that, let's have a little look-see at the Discord. The Discord. In the Discord is where I'm going to show you what well, if it loads, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do if it'll load for me. Come on there, computer. You can do this. I believe in you, honey. There we go. I'm swimming in one of my new knitted wraps. It's cozy as fudge. And my dog is... Hold on. What did I do here? And my dog is on a bunch of meds now. Clicked. Good, good, good. Okay, so now that we're in the Discord... Oh my god. Sweet baby Jesus, why won't you help me? And Facebook, definitely doing a really good job loading. Oh, there we go. There's Candace. Uh-oh. What's it going to be a picture of? Is it a Chihuahua or a cat? Is it a Chihuahua or a cat? Is it a Chihuahua or a cat? It hasn't loaded yet. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting, Candace. Okay, okay. I see donuts. I see Ontario Day Trips Guide. Is it a day trip to go adopt a dog? I don't see, I'm not seeing any dog-related content, Candace. I'm seeing Ontario Day Trips. Is it an Ontario Day trip to a dog? Welcome to Niagara Falls, where there are no dogs. I'm not seeing any dogs in there. Saturday, Fruit Farms. Okay, Sunday, Niagara. Where's the dog? Where's the Chihuahua that you want me to see? I've decided that's what it is. It's a Chihuahua, but I'm not seeing it, so I'm not seeing it. Above it. Okay, well, I'm waiting for that stuff to load, Candace, because my computer is a potato and it literally cannot handle it. I'm literally waiting for it to load. Okay, let's see. Adults only, crochet. I'm an adult only. That's in November. Niagara Falls tourism. Save me rescue. Lucy is not a Chihuahua, Candace. I'm not adopting a not Chihuahua. I'm only Chihuahua girly. Oh my god, my computer can't handle having Facebook open at the same time. 17 pounds? Girlfriend. We have a rule here. The rules are small. Extra, extra small. I prefer my animals XXS. Chihuahua mix. Yes, well, the other part of the mix was a German Shepherd, so... I'm just joking. It's not serious. But, okay, do you want to see what we did to Julia's tree? Now that took 4 hours to load my computer just to get Discord for you. Here's what's important. So the new tree trend is to just shove as much stuff into your tree as possible. And I just want to show ya what we did. Look at the tree. Would you look at this? Okay, hold on a sec. Let me try and make it so you can actually see what we're looking at here. All right, that didn't work. We love that for us. Let's try this way. Anything? We getting any? Okay, cool. All right, that's better than nothing. Here's what it looks like up closer. You can see we shoved so many plant things into her tree. It looks so much bougier than it really is, because this is literally like, the tree is just a small, it's just a tree. But look at all the flowers in it. Isn't that cute? Obsessed. Let me try and do this so that you can see more of it. There. And then I can go like this. This is also important. This is where Toby was sitting while we were at Julia's house. This is where Toby was choosing to sit. That's Toby's spot. So that's cool. Super normal dog behavior. Okay. And then here was me trying to get another angle of it for you. Because this is what Toby does. He's the princess and the pea. That one's Freddie. And that one's Indy. And yes, for those of you who are panicking, hold on. There's Thunder, or Toby again. Being the prince. Tell me that's not the prince vibes. Look, 3 pillows for that little guy. He wants to be above everyone. He is the king. Okay, then next is me going, would you look at this tree? King of the mountain. He really is. Here is the tree again. Let's see if I can get a good look. Do you see all the flowers though? And all of these flowers, I know that when you have them all together, it gives this like tacky Christmas tree look, but all separately, each flower still had the tag on it from Michael's or from Hobby Lobby. So they were Ashland brand, most of them, $16.99 a stem, $18.99 a stem. Like each one of these flowers, it is obscene, but there's like gorgeous, gorgeous flowers in here. I would never pay that kind of money for flowers, like for fake flowers. Honestly, in a normal situation, I don't think I'd even pay $25, but Julia was willing to spend $25-$30 on decorations for her tree. And she was like, oh, I don't actually need ornaments ever again. Look at that. Isn't it so pretty? So that's the excitement that we had decorating her tree. But I came home with some fake flowers of my own to add to the background, and I want to show them to you. I made a little arrangement for the background. I just want to show you the flowers that I got. I've taken all the tags off of them, but in here there's amaranth, there's willow branches, there's these poppies, there's roses that are unopened. I just took this one because I thought it was so pretty. There was only one of them. It doesn't make sense, but I like it. Then there's these big, beautiful roses, and they look real. Like, even they even have thorns on them. The leaves have thorns, or the stems have thorns. And the set, each one of these only came with 1 rose in the set, but there was also separately roses that were unopened that also have thorns. Like, they're really beautiful. I was very, very pleased. And then there was a brown rose, so I just took that one too. But isn't that like... Yes, they are obviously fake flowers because you would never put these all together, these flowers. But I still think they add something cute for the background. Since it's winter time... So there's those ones, and one sec, I have another bouquet that's really pretty. This one is in Alex's office because I just think it's so pretty, and it reminds me of like an actual summer bouquet. I think these are, I don't know what they're trying to be, but they do look like something. I feel like they look like roses that are all the way open, but it doesn't make sense because there's none of them that are closed, and they're too small to be peonies. Could they be Lisianthus? Like, maybe? The leaves kind of look more like a Cosmo, though, but they don't look like a Cosmo. Aren't they pretty? Like, doesn't that look like an actual bouquet of flowers? I'm kind of obsessed. We'll put this here so that you guys can just look at it today. And I'll give it back to Alex after the stream. Well, sorry, Toby. Now that I've made you panic to death, we'll try that again. First of all, this is just 2 stems. Each one of these was $21.99, the original tag on them. So for 2 stems, $43, $44, I have already covered the price of the $25 fake flowers. And look, 2 stems in a vase. To have 2 stems in a vase come out looking like this is pretty fantastical. Come on, now this time, how about you just stay upright, huh? Maybe more flat is better. Okay, Beelzebub, these are not for you. Danae, touch them. Aren't they pretty? They look real. Those ones look real. And then these ones, I only took these 2 stems because they were Cosmos, and I said, don't mind if I do. Aren't they cute? These ones don't look real, but I think they still look cute. So my thought was, as winter is a dark and like yucky time, we could just shove flowers into other stuff like that, and now look, now it's bright back there. It's so pretty. So those are the fake flowers that I got. I also got, like I said, a whole lot of clothes because the clothes were on $2 per item. And I got this sweater shrug sort of thing. It's all cabled, which to me felt like, it felt sacrilegious to buy it with the intention of taking it apart, but that's the truth. The truth is, I bought it with the intention of taking it apart. That being said, after I brought it home, like, I didn't even try it on. I just said, oh, this is handmade. Oh, and knitted. That means it's all one piece. I'm taking it home for yarn. And then when I took it home, I was like, I'll just try it on just to see if it's pretty. Ready? Oops. Hold on. It's gotta be like, it needs a sec. Needs a little zhuzhing. Stop. I'm just going out to the market to get my fresh flowers like I do every weekend. You know? Vibes? Come on. Look at this. I think this is the back. Hold on. Yeah. There. There's the front. Look. So when I'm walking around, it looks like I'm wearing a sweater. But look, it's not a sweater. It's actually a poncho. But it's cozy. Also, I could totally put a baby underneath here and their head can come stick out. You know, there's a baby inside. There's Elizabeth. But isn't it cute? So I'm not going to take it apart yet because it's cute. Also, can you imagine hand making this and then finding out that it got sold at a thrift store for $2? Same. It would break my heart. I'm going to leave this on. I washed all of my thrifted stuff yesterday or the day before? The day before, Saturday night, I washed everything, but I forgot to put the last load into the dryer until this morning. How does that look? It's cute. It's not too warm because it's acrylic, but yeah, I like it. For $2, can't go wrong. And that's how I feel about that. So yeah, I'm loving this thing. However, it's also not super functional because you can't move your arms around. So like, I guess it would be good if you were like doing a lot of standing. I feel like it's not a super functional for doing stuff kind of garment because anytime you move your arm, the whole sweater comes up. because it's not like related. Unless you're supposed to wear it like it's a short sleeve. And then you can move your arms. But still you can't because it brings up the whole garment. Is this sewn or did they do some knit? Okay, so whoever this was did two... Did they cast off here? Okay, so whoever did this made a circle with a hole in it, then folded the circle down, stitched at the corner, and then did a 2x2 ribbing for the cuff. And they did Jenny's super stretchy cast off. That's so crazy. As an adult knitting person, I can see it now. I can see Jenny's super stretchy cast off. It's not just a regular cast off. Look how much stretch I have. It's Jenny's super stretchy. It looks cute until you have to do anything. Someone put a lot of work into it. With these cables, someone put so much work into it. Like, honestly, an ungodly amount of work for how much... Look how... Maybe it was just them learning cables, you know? Maybe it was just... Let's see how cables go. So anyway, because it's cute and it's doing its best, I'm not going to take it apart, but I do have part of me that thinks that maybe what I could do is take apart the sleeve portion so that it is just a poncho. Like if I remove the cuff and open it back up, it's just a circle with a hole in the top. Anyway, remember when I said it's not that warm? It is actually quite warm. And my house right now is 76 degrees, but it's set to 72. But it's like 5 degrees outside, so I don't know how that's working. Don't know what that's all about. All right, let's see. Have I missed anything? Okay. Nice color. I think so too. I don't know. It's nice, but I didn't care about it when I saw it. I just saw like yarn and handmade. And my brain just said handmade means it's all one continuous piece as opposed to purchased, which is likely cut and sew, which means that you would have lots of short pieces of yarn. This would be easy to harvest the yarn from. Now I like it, so maybe I'm not going to do that, but you know. Also, I had a talk with my sister. She's been asking me for a handmade sweater for a while, and I say yes, of course, but I never make one because it takes such a long time. Anyway, I talked to Alex months ago and was like, I'm going to give away a bunch of my sweaters. You probably remember this. And he was like, no, I want them to be part of our lifelong hoarding collection. And I said, you only have to ask me once. I agree. So I said, no sweaters getting left to my family because I want them. So that doesn't work because I don't wear all of them. So my sister came up with a great idea. She said, what if you rent them? What if you just have a sweater library, but just like for your friends and family? And I was like, that's a great idea. She was like, yeah, you can have like a book, like a library book that is all of your sweaters and where they are. And I was like Sisterhood of the Traveling Sweaters. So I said, that's a great idea. So that's what I'm going to do now is all of my friends and family can take 2 to 5 sweaters per season. And then when the season changes, I will collect them and redistribute them to new people. And Julia was like, because she's not going to wear 30 of sweaters, but she's also wants to wear more than one. And I only wear maybe 4 a time in a season. So I totally can because I have like 35 to work with. Rebecca, if it's not functional to wear, then it makes sense to rip it out. Yeah, exactly. It looks cute until you have to do anything. Exactly. But it's true, someone did put a lot of work into that thing. Just wondering, are your parents in the market for a poodle? No. They do not need any more. Anymore. They do not need any more. They don't need any more animals or any more things. They're all full up. So what are you guys up to today? What are your plans for the week and what's going on? I had a super awesome weekend. On Saturday, I spent the day with Julia and then the afternoon with Julia and Alex. And then on Sunday, Julia Alistair, Elizabeth, Alex, and we did our grocery shopping. Julia's husband had to work. So we had the whole day, and we went grocery shopping. We went to Costco. Alistair was the cutest kid in the whole world, as usual. And Elizabeth was also very cute. My arms and legs are sore today from all of the hard work of lifting and dragging around a 3-year-old. We do this game called Excuse Me, and it's where I pretend, while holding his hands, both of his hands, I pretend like he's in the way of where I'm trying to go. So I keep tripping over him, and he trips and I trip, but you don't fall. You just sort of like, it's basically you stumble over each other intentionally while saying, excuse me, oh, sorry, just coming through. But you're also holding hands, so there is no escape from being bumped into, and he thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. And then I'll change directions while we're walking, so I'll be walking forward, holding his hands, and he'll be walking backward. And then I'll turn around so that he's walking forward and I'm walking backward, and then I'll turn sideways so that we both have to walk sideways, and he thinks it's the funniest thing in the whole world. But after you do it for a while, like, your back starts to hurt, your legs start to hurt, because you're bending forward holding on to a 3-year-old. Anyway, him and Elizabeth were matching. Julia put them in matching outfits. It was very cute. It felt like we were famous. Alex got so many compliments while we were out on his hair and on his pants. He had these very, very bizarre looking pants. They're like 1980s hip hop troupe, like, you know, like tearaway. They feel like tearaway pants. They're not. They're just like, they're built like a sweatpants, but they look like tearaway pants, and they are black with like rainbow, not rainbow, black with many colors of shapes on them. It's very like 1980s looking, very like Will Smith could have worn it in Fresh Prince. And he had the full outfit on. He had the pants and the jacket, which are not meant to be worn together, but you know, can't stop him. And then he had 2 French braids, because he asked me to put his hair in French braids. So he had 2 blonde French braids and this crazy outfit, and people just kept coming up to me and going, sick outfit, guy, cool fit, bro, fire fit, man, like people, not like one person. And every time it happened, Julia was like, is this usual? 'Cause she's not usually there when Alex is dressed weird. Usually Alex is dressed normal around Julia, not intentionally. It's just when Alex and I go out and do our groceries, it's just him and me. He usually just gets dressed a little weird. So he was dressed weird, looked weird, and there was a little girl who saw him and went, Mommy, boys can have braids too. And the mom said, yep. And she said, no, look, that's a boy. And she said, yeah, maybe. And then she said, no, that's not a woman, Mummy. That man has a beard. That's a big man. And he has braids. Boys can have braids too, Mum. And Julia and I looked at each other like, Alex is teaching the youth, which makes everybody liked that. So that was a lot of fun. That was really cute. People just stare at Alex, like children mostly, but also rude adults. But Alex is quite a he's quite a visual phenomenon. When you see him in the wild, like, I love it because all I have to do is like glance across a crowd, and he's very, like, you could see him in a crowd, no problem. He's got bleach blonde hair that is longer than mine. It goes down to about here, bleach blonde hair. He's like a 250-pound big man, and he has a full beard, and he's always wearing custom clothing. So he's very much, he sticks out. And Julia and Alistair got to see how that looks in the world, because people just come up to him, like, to say, you look weird, but like they usually leave it as a compliment. I really like I like your style. People say things like that to him often. And usually Alex says like, oh, it's all custom. She's the designer. Or he'll say, oh yeah, she made all of it. And they go, what? Even the shirt? And he goes, well, I mean, she bleach painted it, but yeah, she made all of it. And then, yeah, he's basically he's like my muse. He inspires me. He also is just so true to himself that none of the social impact, or not social impact, the social pressures is, you're knit a sweater If you knit a sweater, is it a tutorial? If I'm knitting a sweater, it's not necessarily going to be a tutorial because usually I do crochet tutorials on this channel. But I think I do have unknit something. I have knit like hat tutorials, and I think I have a knit something else tutorial, but I don't think I've done a knit sweater tutorial. I usually do crochet sweater tutorials. I'm not an expert in knitting, Nina. I'm doing my best, and I'm doing pretty okay, but I'm not an expert, so I don't feel super confident teaching knitting yet. He's your hype person, like a by-the-side cheerleader. But it's more than that. It's not just that he's my hype person. It's also that he's like my model and my muse. So it's like whenever I'm walking around, I'm like, I'm always carrying a representation of my handmaids with me because Alex is almost always wearing something handmade. If it's not his sweater, then it's his shirt. If it's not his shirt, then it's his pants. And if it's neither of those two things, it's a hat or a bag. Like, he's never leaving the house without something that I made. And gosh, I gotta tell you, that is a good feeling. You know what else is a good feeling? I don't think I had any depression this weekend. I don't think I cried once this weekend. I mean, the depression is still there, obviously, but I mean, this weekend, if this weekend is an indication, maybe we're on our way out of the dark and twisties, I would really like that. I've been feeling so poorly about myself and my situation and just, being so self-centered with my sadness in the last couple of weeks that I'm tired of it, but I also can't really escape it. This weekend, I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling worthless or like a bad person or like I was deceptive and doing something bad. I just felt like I was living my life and seeing my family and having a good time. So that's nice. I hope that continues. We don't need the negative Nelly Laura that's been happening. Any good days this time of year are a win. Honestly, Melissa, that's what it felt like to me. It was like at the end of the day on Saturday, I was like, oh my God, I had a good day. And I texted Julia. I was like, I had such a good day with you. And she was like, me too. We should hang out without the kids more often. And I was like, okay, well, don't need to get crazy. Like, you don't need to get crazy. We can have the kids with us. It was fun to not have the kids, though. What was funny was I came over the next day and it looked like we had not done anything. We did so much work in her house. Like, you won't even believe the amount of, like, physical moving we did of items. We planned on doing Christmas crafts, and we said, we'll do Christmas crafts in the afternoon. We'll clean the house so well in the morning, and then in the afternoon it'll be clean, and we'll just sit and do crafts. Instead, we went thrifting. But it was still super fun, so I really enjoyed it. What else did we do? Oh, we got ice cream. We went to Baskin Robbins. Oh my God, Saturday. My weekend was actually so good. Listen to what happened to me on Friday. Sorry if you had an awful weekend. I hope this makes you feel better and doesn't make you feel sad. If it makes you feel sad, then go away and find something that makes you feel happy. If it doesn't make you feel sad, then stick around. If you're sad unrelated, then stick around because this place is for everybody. So anyway, on Friday, I was hanging out with Julia. We had to go to the dentist. Was that Friday or Thursday? I guess Friday we went. Julia and Elizabeth and I were hanging out. And then Julia and I went out for lunch, which we never do. We went out to a breakfast brunch place. Okay, are you going to do a crochet sweater? Well, I already have like 35 handmade sweaters, and I would say more than half of them have tutorials. So I would say there's probably close to 20 sweater tutorials on my channel, Nina. We went through them. There's actually a video where you can see all of the crochet sweaters that I've made. It's recent too. Maybe a week ago I put it out, and it's just a clip of a live stream that I did where I showed every single one of my sweaters. And in every single one of those sweaters that I show off, there's a tutorial. Or the ones that there are a tutorial, I say like, this one has a tutorial, and then I linked it. So if you go check my channel and you just type in the search bar of my channel, sweater or crochet pullover, or I think there's even a playlist on my channel for crochet sweaters. So yes, I have lots of crochet sweater tutorials already. Will I do another crochet tutorial? Yes, I actually have one on the go right now. I just haven't filmed it. But I have half of it finished, so I just have to film the other half, then I make it. So yes, I do have lots of crochet sweater tutorials, and there will be more. I'm just in the mood to knit right now, so I figure on live streams I'll knit, and then off live streams I'll crochet, and then that will make us have job that we do. By the way, thank you to all of you who have joined the Patreon or the YouTube memberships. I noticed there was a surge in joining, and I really do appreciate you guys. Helps me pay my bills. So thank you for joining the community, the subscription community of Patreon subscribers and membership holders, YouTube memberships for what, $5 a month. May only be a cup of coffee to you, but it adds up for me and allows me to continue doing this. So thank you so much for participating that way. And if you are not financially able to participate that way, I totally understand. Or if you just don't want to, I totally understand. Your life is your life. My life is my life. I get it. If you are wanting to support the channel without financially involving yourself in it, click the thumbs up button. It's free. That's a free way to support. Subscribe, share, click the thumbs up button. Those are the best ways. Comment on a video. Reply to a comment. Start a conversation in the comments. That sort of stuff is what's really helpful to kind of continue getting movement on the channel. So any way that you're willing to help is very much appreciated. So thank you. So there's that. So Saturday was that, and then Sunday we went to the mall yesterday too. We went out to a faraway mall from where we live. We have a mall in our town, so we went to another town to go to a mall. And Alistair loved it, obviously. He very much enjoys all the Christmas decorations. So he was able to see like Santa's workshop and all the Christmas trees, and he was so happy. Alex was able to get a pair of pants, which is what we went to the mall for. And then we just walked around. Want to see a giant marigold? You better believe I want to see a giant marigold. For this sweater, by the way, this sleeve, I'm just going to be knitting straight, stockinette, until I get to the end of this ball of yarn, which is kind of going to take forever. My stomach just growled again. Okay. Probably in plants, I'm guessing, Candy. Just waiting for it to load. I know you have a lot of crochet tutorials. I didn't know. I don't know if you're new or not. I just figured I'd give you the breakdown of it. All right, computer. Deep breaths, honey. It's all gonna be okay. All right, here we go. We've got, I see we've got milkweed. Cool, this is super cool. I love the speed. The speed my computer is able to handle. All right, we've got milkweed. We've got an ugly coleus. No offense to you. This is not my preferred coleus. I know that Frida would like this coleus because it's like that burnt orange color, but to me, uggo. Hello, Marigold. Oh, hello, Amaranth. Why do you get so much extra summer? I want more summer. Hey, girlfriend. So is this cresty thing coming off of this plant? Or is that two plants happening? Nice sunflower. Oh, that's a pretty marigold. That one's pretty too. Is it growing out of a bottle? What is your life? Why do you get to have summer forever? Look at that. Look at that baby plants. I want summer forever. But I would guess I would have to move to the south, which... let's see, that's my orange child. There's more than one plant. Yeah, it looks like more than one plant. Look at my bird. That's their, what is it called? Their foraging bin now. I just put a bunch of like stuff that they have to dig through to get what they want into this basket. There's a paper towel at the bottom. They sit on top of here. They poop into here. They dig around through it. They live a good life. You're living a good life, Beelzebub. You're a good bird. You're so good. You're so cute. Good bird. Hi, baby. Boo. Just kidding. She found a sunflower head. Okay. Anyway, my orange child. What? First of all, I'm just noticing how cute is my hair today. This headband, at first I wasn't sure about it. These cute little bangs. Stop. Who is she? She's adorable. I also love this color on me. But my hair today is for me. The only thing that I hate is that right here are my thinnest spots. Like right here and right here. So anytime I do a side part, it's like I have my little Sabrina Carpenter bangs, right? But right here is like my thinnest baby hairs. Like this is the spot where when I'm wearing my hair in a ponytail, I like do the whole comb out your baby hairs thing. Okay, have a wonderful holiday. You too, Nina. Have a great rest of your day. And come back Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. We hang out here. We chat. We work on stuff. It's a good time. So feel free to come back whenever you want. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right, so now that Beelzebub is occupied, we'll go back to my overhead. Also, if we can just have like a brief like moment of silence for my poor hands. Bird bite, hangnail, pin to the finger, hangnail. Where'd you go? Bird bite. Just in general, how am I supposed to be a tutorial person if my hands are just always in constant and also a pinch point from pliers. My name is Laura, and I do not know how to keep my hands safe. Well, why don't you wear safety gloves when you do stuff? Because I don't like how it feels on my hands, so I won't be doing that. I'll just continue to mildly maim myself. I love the pastel pink. Thanks, Melissa. That's very nice of you to say. I also like it. That being said, the next time you see it, it probably won't be pastel pink again because it's time to dye it again. It's almost all washed out. Maybe I'll wait one more wash, but then it's going to go back to brighter pink. Then it fades to pastel. You can't leave it pastel because one more wash and then it won't be pastel. It'll just be like dirty blonde. Wearing gloves is like being blindfolded. And that's a fact. I can't feel it. It's like me. I try to wear my thimble because it's better than getting stabbed in the finger with a needle 1,000 times. But whenever I wear my thimble, I can't feel what I'm doing, so I end up having to take it off, and then I jab myself in the finger 100 times. It's just what happens. It's just where we are in the world. We are crafters. Dun 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 dun. That was supposed to be a joke from We Are Farmers. We are farmers. Dun 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 dun, or whatever. We are crafters. Beelzebub. What are you thinking? She wasn't thinking. She's a bird. Luckily, that vase didn't break again. I'm going to just put these back in Alex's office because the vase is not heavy enough, and it's only safe if it's not being regularly screwed around with. Okay? We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. Like, that looks almost real to me. I know it's not real, but, like, come on. It's pretty close. It's something. Come on, look at that. Tell me that's not the prettiest thing you ever saw. For fake flowers, I mean. Go on. Whoa. Come on, Toby. Good boy. We are farmers. All right, everybody up. Wake up. Make up. Make up. You want to do? Make up. You want to do? You go in the water now, honey. And gorgeous. All right. All is well. They look real from here. That's what I'm saying. They do. They do look real from there. Why are you so yucky out? Stop. It's like fully gray and gross outside. I wanted it to be neither of those things. We are crafters. Dun, da, 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 da. Okay, let's just zoom over here a little. Get me over here a bit. This over like this a little. Da 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 da. Beauty. Gorgeous. So, how we feeling? How's the vibe? I will look at that later. I've already exited Discord and my computer is made of potatoes. So it actually can't handle me closing and opening things because apparently we're done with that. We're no longer doing that. We're no longer closing and opening things here. Let me try and get just a little here, then just a little here, and then just a little bit here. There. Now you can really feel like you're just real right above me, watching me knit. The sweater I'm working on right now is going to be a 2XL knitted sleeves sweater for Alex. And I don't know if the whole thing... Alex, I know what Laura needs for Christmas this year. Just saying. What do I need for Christmas this year? A manicure? What do I need for Christmas? A vacation to a sunny destination? Oh, a PC? Yeah, not this year. He already every year gets me the Adobe suite. A PC? Pfft. Yeah, maybe next year or the year after. That's a bit of an investment purchase, you know what I mean? That's a bigger purchase. Unfortunately, for the stuff that I need to be doing on it, it's not like something I can get for a couple $100s. I don't even want to talk about how much this computer cost. Can I also tell you guys something, what I realized? The last animal that I paid for was Thunder. Isn't that weird? The last pet that I bought, like that I paid someone money for, was Thunder. I was thinking about it when we were looking at that cat and I was like, oh, he's $200. Like I can afford that for a cat, blah, blah, blah. I was totally okay with it. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, well, how much were my other pets? Like $200 isn't that much. And then I was like, wait, the birds were free. Rohan was free. Toby was free. Peekaboo was free. Only Thunder cost us money. So with that in mind, Thunder cost us $400. He was a rescue dog. So if each animal should have cost me $400, that's how much I should be allowed to spend on the next pet, right? Like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. $2,000 is what I should be able to spend. I won't. I'm not buying another animal. I'm just saying. I'm always just saying. Anyway. You know, it's like how I said to Alex and to you guys. Remember I said, like, Rohan with his medications and his food, he's probably going to cost us about $25,000 in his whole lifetime. Assuming he lives another 10 years, he'll be about $25,000 for his vet appointments and his medicine and his special food. And we were like, that's expensive, but it's over his lifetime, so it's fine. And we accepted that. And then he died. And then my brain, which is girl math, is Well, I was planning on spending $25,000 on him over his lifetime. So does that mean I now have $25,000? Is that what you are saying to me? Laura, how could your cat possibly cost you $25,000? Well, funny you should ask. It's because it cost like hundreds of dollars a month for his food and medical medications. Not anymore, obviously. Rohan passed away in October, but before that, that's what his meds cost. My little Toby underneath my table. Anywho, it was all a joke. I was never going to be getting another animal. My cat just died. But I did go to the SPCA to visit with Julia and Alistair, and that's when I saw a cat that I was like, oh, I didn't realize a Maine Coon was something that I would want in my life. What a freak of an animal. Have you seen a Maine Coon? They are not natural looking animals. I would actually consider them to be quite unnatural looking. Speaking of which, maybe we just do like a little quick check just to see that he's off the website, just to make sure he was adopted, right? That's the right thing to do. We should check on him. It's kitten and puppy season. You can support the overwhelming influx of puppies and kittens with our curated catalog of meaningful gifts. Okay, well, thank you. I didn't know it was puppy season. Why would it be puppy season right now? All right, we've got 3 dogs, 6 dogs. Okay, I don't want the dogs. I want to see the cats. There's never any chihuahuas anyway. Star, Summer, Nibbler. Oh, Rumi got unadopted. That's too bad. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm not seeing any cats that fill my need for a freak animal. Yeah, none of these animals are freaks. I only want freak cats. Oh my god, my stomach is... How weird is that I sneeze? I get nauseous and then sneeze. Why do I get nauseous and sneeze in the mornings? Because you're pregnant. That's not why. Morning allergies from bedroom, pet dander or mold combined with high overnight pollen counts, acid reflux, low blood sugar. Okay, none of those things. Okay, medication side effects, stress and anxiety, and hunger. Okay, well that's not nauseous and sneeze. Why do I get nauseous and sneeze? You may get nauseous and sneeze due to allergies. No, I mean like nausea or vomiting and sneezing. What can cause nausea and sneezing? Diabetic ketoacidosis. Nice. Let's see what that is. I don't know what it is. Oh my god, this keyboard. I know why. Okay, I'm waiting for you, Melissa. That how? TBIT. It's not that. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Lack of insulin, all the glucose. Okay, cool. I get those nausea sneezes. It can be hunger, but you also have an allergy pathway in your stomach. Your vagus nerve can get stimulated from acid, so it goes from nausea to sneeze. It can be hunger, but you also have an allergy pathway in your stomach. Your vagus nerve can get stimulated from acid, so it goes from nauseous to sneeze. That's what happens to me, like, each time that I get that bout of nausea. I get a sneeze usually. Nice. I thought I was alone. Haha. Okay, so it's a thing that just you and I get. You and me. We're the nausea sneezes. It can be hunger, but you also have an allergy pathway in your stomach. And the vagus nerve can get stimulated from acid. So it goes from nausea to sneeze. I'm allergic to nausea, is what you're trying to tell me. The acid hits my vagus nerve, and then the allergy thing says you're allergic, and then I sneeze. You're allergic to feeling nauseous. Which, if the nausea is caused by hunger, are you telling me I'm allergic to being hungry? Take pics today. You look V cute. TY, but I'm going to be honest with you, J, Yulia, up close it's not real. I want one of those poodles, hubby said. But you're walking it, lol. I want a poodle. No, I don't. I want another chihuahua. Lol, I didn't explain it well. Allergies can also stimulate the vagus nerve in your stomach. No, I understood what you said. I just decided to move the words around to make it sound different. I knew what you were saying. I just decided instead to change it to make it make sense in a different way. I'm allergic to being hungry. I should never be hungry, for it causes me allergic reactions. I should never be allowed to be made to be hungry. It's illegal. Morning, Jules. Oh, Lordy. My nausea sneezes. I didn't know it was a thing. Can nausea cause sneezing? Oh, excuse me. I just don't have any allergies, so sneezing for me is never allergy related. I sneeze at bright light, like usually it has to be like the sun, like bright, like the sunlight. That makes me sneeze, and then nausea that doesn't have a reason makes me sneeze. So it's not like if I'm nauseous because I have food poisoning or because I have the flu, I don't sneeze that way. It's only like random nausea that has no purpose existing. Nausea that makes people go, is there a possibility that you could be pregnant? And I always say, well, there's always a possibility. Because like, even immaculate conception, you know what I'm saying? There's always a possibility. And I just say, well, it's highly unlikely. And then they give me a pregnancy test. This is my doctors I'm talking about. And then they go, you're not pregnant. And I go, oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's almost like I do everything in my power to prevent pregnancy. So that's why I'm not. It's just the nausea and the pain I'm here for. Thank you. My doctor asked me how my pain was. And I said, I'm sitting comfortably at about a 4 right now. And she said, sitting comfortably? And I was like, well, like pun fully intended. And then she was like, okay, like a 4 out of 10? And I was like, oh gosh, if it was a 4 out of 5, you'd know. And I was like, no, yeah, 4 out of 10. And she was like, and that's just where you're sitting at. I was like, yeah. She was like, you're not like wincing or like it doesn't make you act gingerly around your body. And I was like, well, I always kind of act gingerly around my body because I have pain that's kind of all the time in different spots. She asked about my pain for the first time ever. Like, she asked follow-ups about my pain for the first time ever. Usually she's just like, yeah, probably it's because you're working out too hard. Probably it's because you walk too much. That's usually the way. Like, it's one of those, let's wait and see, lose weight. Like, that's usually how it goes on my doctor's appointments. Let's wait and see. Why don't you try losing weight? Let's wait and see. Why don't you try losing weight? But this time it was like, she was asking about pain in a way that she hasn't before, in like in I guess with more curiosity rather than looking for a diagnosis, which is my doctor is very diagnosis and very prescription focused. Like, it's, you have knee pain. Your knee pain is caused by arthritis. You need a cortisone injection. Like, there needs to be a solution today or wait and see. There's no like anything in between that. It's either I have the answer and you're cured, or let's wait and see and try losing weight. That's what my doctor has. But anyway, when I was saying, oh no, I've got a lot of pain in like a lot of my joints, and I have a lot of like, I sprain things all the time, and I injure myself from moving. Just, I don't like get hurt. I just am hurt. Like I don't trip over a garbage can and end up with a twisted ankle. I get out of bed and my ankle is sprained. Like it's not because something happened. It's just the way it is. Are you hypermobile? So she did the test for it. This was a while ago that she did the test for it. And yes, technically I'm hypermobile, but like, it's not one of the things, she doesn't want to call, I don't think she wants it to be, what's the one where you just have pain? She doesn't want it to be fibromyalgia. She doesn't want it to be, what else? Fibromyalgia or Ehlers-Danlos. She doesn't even want to go near or there's another one, POTS, Ehlers-Danlos, and fibromyalgia. She doesn't even want to like go near those. She wants it to be something else. So I don't care what it is, but the fact that she is interested in finding out what it is now is kind of exciting for me. But she doesn't, she's old school. My doctor's old school. I think that she doesn't really believe in those things. She's never said that in so many words, but I don't think she believes in, like, yes, she knows it's real. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is real. POTS is real. Fibromyalgia is real. I don't think she thinks anyone has it. I think she thinks that it's like 1 out of every 1,000 people who has fibromyalgia actually does. 1 out of 1,000 people who has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome actually has it. And 1 out of every 1,000 people who has POTS actually has it. So I don't care. Like, I'm not interested in having a problem. I'm interested in not being in pain. So I'm not diagnosis seeking because my doctor is not diagnosis excited in either of those ways. I would ask her what comment you made to make her finally start listening. Yes, I would wonder that too. It's popular now, exactly. It doesn't freaking matter what she wants it to be. She's an effing doctor. Why are you seeing her? Because doctors are hard to find in Ontario. Most family doctors are full and not accepting patients. And I have a family doctor who I can get an appointment with fairly quickly. So that's why I'm seeing her. But I don't know what it was that caused her to... you know what I think it was? I think it was that big outbreak I had on my face, because I had to go into the doctor like 3 different times over a 2-month period. I had like antibiotics. I'm still on an antibiotic about my, for my skin. I'm still on an antibiotic about it. But I guess, I don't know, she saw something when that was all going down. And maybe she just made connections that it was like, oh, maybe this is inflammation. She thinks it's some type of inflammation-related autoimmune thing. Laura, you can't just ignore a health issue by not naming it. Not seeking it out when you know something is wrong is asking to die in your 40s. I am seeking out help. I'm not seeking out a diagnosis. I'm not ignoring it. I'm going to the doctor. It's just now the doctor is actually trying to look for something. And I understand what you're saying. It's exhausting chasing down medical stuff. I hope they can figure it out. I don't have a lot of hope, Melissa, but I also have managed to find ways to make my body work for me. You know what I mean? It's like I can still do everything. You can't tell that I can't do anything because I can do everything. It's just like... It's just hard. You know, like both of my wrists are pretty messed up today because yesterday I spent all day holding babies and playing games with Alistair that involve me holding hands with him. So I'm doing a lot of like wrist movement. So today, both my wrists are hot to the touch and sore, like to the touch. They feel like bruises when I do this. And it feels like bruising all the way up to about here. Here doesn't hurt anymore, but here... This whole area feels like a bruise on both hands, all the way around. And they both feel hot to the touch. Just because I used them yesterday. I used my wrists, so now they hurt. But, I don't know why are we even... Where did this come from? Oh, my doctor's taking it seriously now. And looking for... I'm going to be doing blood tests, multiple blood tests, and urine tests over the course of a period of time so that she can see inflammation markers and things. Hope they can help you figure it out. Thank you. Sounds like autoimmune. That's what she thinks, is that there's something, because she said that like I have tendonitis chronically since I was 18 or 19. I've had pretty chronic, like, sore enough that at periods I can't walk on my feet because of my ankle pain. So that has been like a known thing. That has, in the last 10 years, extended to my knees and my hips. Even when I was in university, in the winter, my hips dislocate because when I'm wearing heavy boots and trudging through snow, the resistance of the snow dragging my leg while I try to pull my leg forward, that resistance is enough to pull my hip out of its socket. And I never knew that's what was happening. I just would say to Alex, like, it hurts really bad to walk. And then we would stop, and then I couldn't continue walking. Like, if it starts to hurt to walk, it's like we have to walk to our destination now because I can't stop or else I won't be able to start. And it hurts to like pick up my foot with a boot on it when I'm in the that's hypermobile for sure, at the very least. Well, none of my other joints really pop out except my hips and my knees. Hips and knees. I don't think my shoulders don't. Hips and knees pop out for me. Nothing else seems to pop out. But my hips it feels like when they pop out, it feels like this is what it feels like when you're walking. Like it's like two bones are touching that shouldn't. It doesn't have to be all joints. Okay, well, I will tell you, my hips, I have to stretch every night. Or else. It doesn't have to be every joint. Well, thank you. My knees and hips, those are the only ones that pop out. And my knees, my hips are, I always thought that it was the cold. Like, oh, my joints hurt in the cold. But it's the resistance of dragging my foot through the snow. And it would be so painful that I end up limping by the end of like a snowy walk. So even right now, I've been in, anyway, you guys don't need to hear all about it. It's not, I mean, who else am I going to tell? Nobody. I don't think anyone else in my entire life ever has heard me talk about my joints. I think when I had really bad carpal tunnel pain, I was very complainy a couple of years ago because I couldn't do my job because my wrists were like immobile. And that's when I got like my carpal tunnel tests and whatnot. And my carpal tunnel tests said I didn't need to do anything. My nerves were not negatively affected. It was just pain. My nerves were not affected, just the pain. Just the pain was there. We can relate. It's different for everyone. Just like autism, woman, you are not an imposter. You have this. Well, thank you for telling me I'm not an imposter. Imposter. I appreciate that. But that being said, it is an imposter feeling, invisible illness, isn't it? To just be in pain all the time. And you want to like tell someone, but because it hurts, but you don't want to tell them because all they're going to do is say, oh, I'm so sorry. And you don't really want people saying that all the time. So, yeah, eventually you just are sore. How you doing? Great. I'm fine. My joints hurt, but it's like I separate me from my body. My body is sore. I'm fine. How are you doing? Depressed and anxious. My body hurts. Those are two separate things. Sometimes the pain and stuff will get to me, but usually it does. Usually it's just like it feels unrelated from my person. I know that all too well. Put on the happy mask. Yeah, lupus and arthritis have those symptoms. Okay, so here's another thing. The way my face broke out, the first thing my doctor said was, oh, it's pretty symmetrical. And then I was like, what does that mean? And she said, is it always symmetrical? And I was like, I don't know, it's pretty new. And she said, okay, well, we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to do antibiotics for it, but if it's symmetrical, it could be, I don't remember what the word is. Butterfly, maybe. Butterfly something. Fatigue, joint pain, swelling, fever, and butterfly-shaped rash on the face that can worsen with sun exposure. Okay, lupus, butterfly rash. I want to see what it looks like. What in the lupus is going on around here? Show me your lupus rash. I need it up close. Lupus rash versus rosacea. Baby girl. Why you look like that? Why you look the same? Oh no. Oh jeez. You guys. One sec, let me find one that looks like what I'm looking at. Oh no, it can get really bad. Does it keep getting bad, or was it just that one time? Let's see just what lupus rash looks like. Guys, what if I have lupus? I probably don't have lupus, but it's still good to check. I don't know if that's something she checked for. I'm looking for pictures. Like, how about lupus rash description? Because I know what it felt like. Scaly, discolored patches. It is often triggered or worsened by sun exposure and can be accompanied by photosensitivity. A red, flat, sometimes scaly rash that appears across the cheeks and the bridge of the nose, resembling a butterfly's wings. It can also appear on the arms and legs. Red, raised patches, often scaly, and can cause scarring. Okay, that's not what I've got. Red, scaly patches that may be itchy or painful. Small, usually painless sores that can appear inside the mouth, on the roof of the mouth, or on the lips. Cool. What in the lupus is going on around here? Let's see what other lupus symptoms there are. Lupus symptoms. Let's see. Are we lupin? I'm so sorry, just for the way that I am. Okay, we have, let's see what our symptoms are. Skin rashes, for sure. Photosensitivity, always. Hair loss, no. I mean, maybe. Joint pain, absolutely. Fatigue, that's everybody. When people say fatigue, I'm like, aren't we all constantly fatigued at this point? Come now. Okay, joints, muscle aches, mouth and nose ulcers. I mean, I get cold sores. Inflammation, loss of appetite. That's not me. Loss of appetite is not my problem. I want to see, show me more lupus faces. Systemic lupus. Wouldn't that just be so fun to get systemic lupus? It wouldn't. I don't know that I want to even be looking at this. This is making me feel yucky. Lupus makes butterfly in face. Yay! Symptoms for any one person, even in the same family. Oh, sorry. I will browbeat you into taking care of yourself. Good. I am also always in joint pain constantly. Diagnosis numbers are on the rise, by the way, because doctors are now aware that there is no default symptoms for any one person, even in the same family. Not to mention all the poison in our air, water, and food. Especially if it hurts every day, it's just easier to say it's fine. Exactly. It's like, oh, like if I tell someone, oh, I'm in pain. Like if I tell my friend, let's say, how are you doing today? I'm in a lot of pain. It's just painful. The next time they see me, they'll go, oh, how are you feeling? Are you better? And then I have to go like, so instead I just go, I'm good. It's not necessary for anyone around me to know about the pain if they cannot help and if there is nothing that can be done. Like if I'm in pain because I burned myself, then I'll tell someone because they can get me ice. They can get me a Band-Aid. But if I'm in pain, like when you're in pain, if you have a uterus, when you have period cramps, if you're around a group of people, you don't go, oh, my uterus is like, oh, so hard today. You just, that's on the inside. And on the outside, people go, how are you? And you go, I'm fine. I'm bleeding like a car accident in my pants, but I'm fine. You know, it's that sort of thing. It's like, I'm okay. Or if you have a headache and you have to go to work, it's like, I have a headache. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. So if you're like, oh, my wrists really hurt, what are they going to do? Can I take it off of you? You don't. I do. You don't. I do. Not too graphic, but still. After the birth of my second son. I have lupus, but I don't have butterfly in my face. How do you get lupus? Where does lupus come from? No, because then it'll tell me. How do you get lupus? Caused by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Great. Genetics play a role as a family history of the disease increases your risk. Environmental triggers such as sunlight exposure. Well, that could have done it. Infections, certain medications, and stress. I have all of those things. I have all of that. Same as Cushing's. Cool. Well, I have to pee. So I'm going to go do that. I'm a nurse and I was working too much. Okay. That'll do it. If it's a stress-related thing. Ugh. Ugh. You want to see me touch my toes? This is my hypermobility. That's all. That's all mine is. My hips are very, very stretchy. So I can always, I've been able to do this, like, no matter what. Oh, my legs are straight, I promise. See, they are locked in position. I just have overextended knees, so it always looks wrong, because, like, this is what a straight leg looks like, but that's my leg. Here's how, like, when I stand up straight, with straight legs, that's straight legs, but that's my straight leg. There's a straight leg, there's mine. And then I just can go flat with my knees locked. And I always have been able to, even though I don't do things for it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee. I'm a nurse, I was working too much. Same here. My knees ache because I overextend them while standing. I can't help it. That's just the way my knees are. If I'm standing, they overextend. Hi birdie. Here to do crimes. It's hard, but I'm okay. I hope you're okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Most of the time, I'm okay. I just also am in pain. And crossing my legs all the time, I realized why it was hurting my knees. It's because it dislocates them, and then I have to walk for a few minutes for my knee to go back in place. So I was thinking, oh, my knees are so stiff. No, they're literally not working. Like when I stand up I cross my legs to sit. When I stand up and extend my leg, the kneecap isn't in its correct spot. And I have to walk to get it to click back in. And it hurts. Currently, the only thing I'm dealing with that is causing me like daily struggles right now is my right ankle and my right knee. Everything else I'm managing pretty fine. But my right ankle and my right knee are both in, like, my right ankle is in, it can bring tears to my eyes if I focus on the pain too much. It's painful to walk on right now. My Achilles tendon is inflamed. I don't know, engaged. It is a new pain that I've not felt. I'm used to my inner ankle tendon, the one that goes up to your knee. I'm used to that one being in quite a lot of pain. When it gets inflamed, this, I didn't sprain the ankle. Nothing happened. I just woke up one morning and now it hurts a lot. Nothing happened. That's the one thing that's frustrating for me. I don't get injured. I just am injured. Like, I didn't fall. My ankle is just now, if I walk and then take a break, it hurts a whole lot. Every morning when I wake up, hurts a whole lot. When I go to bed, it hurts a whole lot. Throughout the day, it's mostly okay. Unless I sit and then stand up, it hurts a whole lot. It's just, I love complaining to you guys. Can I tell you? I love complaining about my problems to you guys. Like, I feel so annoying right now, being like, I'm just, I feel like I'm being like a girl who's like, oh, I'm not hungry. I'm always so full. I just had 2 bites and I'm full. I feel like that's the same energy of me being like, I'm in pain, but I'm strong, so don't worry about me. I'm not trying to be like annoying. That's what I'm hearing come out of my mouth though, is like, I'm so strong. I'm just hurting all the time. Feel sorry for me. But that's not actually what I want. Because usually that's why I tell you. You guys are the only ones who get to tell about this stuff. I don't talk to my family about it because it's just not, it's not the vibe. I'm sure if I talked to my family about it, I would find out that I'm not the only one in my family dealing with these things. But I don't talk to my family about it. I talk to my family about, like, I went to therapy. I have ADHD. They all know these things, but like, I'm in constant pain. I feel like that's just too much for someone who cares about you to know about. Like, I don't want to tell like my dad, oh, I'm in pain all the time. I think that would like hurt his feelings. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make me feel any better for someone to know that I don't feel good. So that's how I feel about it. It doesn't fix anything for me for someone to go, oh. So I don't tell them, because then again, like I said, they'll be like, how's your pain? And then I have to be like, oh, you know how I just told you about it? It's been like almost 20 years of it. So like, it's fine. I'm fine. Here is me in university wearing high heels and wondering why I can't walk for a couple of days after wearing high heels. Oh, it's because I'm so clumsy. No, it's because both of your ankles cannot support your weight with stilts on. I tell my dad because he's the same. You know what? I bet you my dad is the same. My dad is the biggest, like, boomer, you know? If you go, what's wrong? Because he'll get up going, as he gets up, and he'll get up really slow, and then he'll go, oh my God, what's wrong? And he'll go, nothing. Really? Are you sure? What's that cut on your forehead? Nothing. Did you bump your head on something? Yeah, I bumped my head on a nail in the barn. Are you okay? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Okay. Dad, where's that bruise on your arm from? It's nothing. Don't worry. My dad bruises like a peach. Like, he bruises like his skin is very pale because he wears long sleeves. But so his skin is like this color. No freckles on the outside. So his skin is like this color, and he bruises like big blue welts that take weeks to heal, and he's always been like that. Doesn't have anything wrong with his blood as far as known. But yeah, so I bet you if I told my dad, does he get strains too? Sprains? No, he doesn't get sprains. He gets lots of bruises. He's very big on getting bruised. And what else does he have happen to him a lot? He's just in pain a lot. And you could tell, but he won't ever admit it because he's a boomer. So I bet you if I said, I'm in pain all the time, he'd be like, Laura, everyone is in pain all the time. And I would be like, turns out that's not true. And he'd be like, well, I'm in pain all the time. And I would be like, right. Remember when I said I have ADHD and you went, oh, we knew that. And then I said, do you know it's genetic, Dad? And then he says, I don't think so. Because that's another sign of connective tissue problems. You probably got it from him. Unless your mom bruises the same way. No, my mom does not bruise the same way as us. Lol, like my mom with ADHD. Everyone's like that. Literally my dad. Laura, everyone's like that. Sir? Turns out, no, it's actually not that way. Everyone's not like that. Most, I would say most people aren't on the spectrum, right? I mean, within the people that I socialize with, I would say 100% of the people that I interact with are on a spectrum, ADHD or autism. I personally don't know anyone in my personal life who I wouldn't put on the spectrum if I was guessing. But that being said, they say that spectrum folks sniff each other out pretty fast because neurotypical folks sniff us out and boot us from the group. So if you are on the spectrum or like ADHD or autism, you didn't have a ton of friends growing up because the people who were neurotypical in your schools could tell there was something weird about you and excluded you. Even if you couldn't figure out why. I thought it was because I was a tomboy. I didn't know that. I thought I was a girly girl. I thought it was because I was being seen as a tomboy. No. It's because they can sniff you out and they can tell that you're not right. And they don't know why you're not right, but they don't like it because you're not like them. And then you meet a neurodivergent person and they do the opposite. They sniff you out and they say, you're like me. I don't know how, but you're like me. So when I look at all of my best friends, 3 out of the 4 of my best friends will definitely have a diagnosis. I tell you what, they already have anxiety and depression diagnosed, but I'm saying there's also, sorry, I have a sore spot. I'm just gonna rub it. And here, I thought it was just because I was fat, right? You think it's just because you're fat because that's what the doctor says? Turns out there's other stuff. It's who you gravitate to. Exactly. Who are your safe people? You guys share diagnoses. If your safe person is autistic, you're autistic too, probably. Probably. I feel like if your best friend is autistic, you're probably autistic. If your kid is autistic, it's either you or your partner. One of you is. The autism's coming from somewhere. I remember when we were explaining to my mom and dad that autism doesn't only mean like nonverbal 12-year-old boy. It means so many other things. Because my mom was a teacher for 40 years. And she grew up in the time of boys with ADD get Ritalin. Girls don't get ADD. Boys with autism don't talk. Girls don't get autism. Like that was the worldview when I was growing up. It was like only the girls who were very, very severely affected by autism would get a diagnosis. All of the other girls were just like the weird horse girl, the weird math girl, the weird fashion girl, the weird girl who wouldn't stop talking. Like that's what the girls get, whereas the boys get, like, he's autistic, that's why he's like that. She's like that because she's weird. Why does she pretend to be a horse and literally eat grass? This wasn't me, this was someone else in my school. Literally eat grass during recess and pretend to be a horse exclusively. And I'm not talking in 2nd grade. I'm talking in 8th grade. Friend, that was autism. Like, what? Special interest? Horses. Not me. This was someone else. My special interest was getting the most words in any conversation ever. I just never shut the heck up. I was given Ritalin. It almost killed me. I was in 2nd grade. I was never given any drugs for my ADHD until I sought them out in university because I was struggling. And I knew I was a good student. And I had a trouble. So anyway, I started taking Adderall that a friend gave me, and then I went to my doctor and said, I started taking Adderall that a friend gave me. And she said, you really shouldn't do that. How did it work for you? And I went, I know I shouldn't do that. It worked really well. And she said, well, do you want to do the ADHD like screening? And I said, yeah, I do. And she was like, I'm going to let you know, we already know you have ADHD. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then she said, pretty sure that's not a new piece of info. And then I said, okay. And then we got the screening, and she said, you needed 16 of 20 to have ADHD. You have 35 out of 20. You are riddled with ADHD. And I said, oh, how surprising. And then I went home at Thanksgiving and said, guess what, Mom? I have ADHD. And she said, yeah, and I was like, what? You knew also? And she said, or everybody knows. And I was like, no, what do you mean? And she was like, your teachers all knew. We were told to put you on Ritalin lots of times. And I was like, what? And then she was like, yeah, but you were succeeding. You were thriving. You were just annoying for some teachers. So we didn't put you on Ritalin. And I was like, oh my God. And then she was like, yeah, more than one time teachers said, like, you need to get her on Ritalin. She's disrupting everyone. And my mom was a teacher and said, no, we don't. She's verbal. She's not walking on her toes. Therefore, she's got no problems. So what they did instead, the school that is, they would take me out of class, and I would go to the library with a teacher, a different teacher, whoever that teacher was. Sometimes it was a volunteer, sometimes it was an EA, sometimes it was a regular teacher. And I would go to the library and do a science project alone. All the other kids were doing science, like they were learning science. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I was so annoying in science because I knew everything already, because I loved animals. And when you're a kid, the science you're learning is like how basic stuff works. And I was interested in it. So I had already got all that information on my own, not even from books or school, just like I gathered the information. So then I would obviously want to tell everyone about it because I was annoying. And so they would send me out of class to work on a science project. And then that science project would be my mark, the way that all the other kids did class. I still had to go to class for things, but I would get like chunks of time where I got taken out of class and I did not even know. No, I didn't live on a farm. I didn't grow up on a farm at all. I just loved animals. My parents live on a farm now. They bought the farm after they retired as like their retirement plan. Don't do that. If you're thinking that a farm is going to be a lucrative retirement plan, it's not. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Farming is for farmers. My mom and dad are having a good time, and that's great, but like they are retired. My mom was a teacher. My dad was a steam and combustion engineer at a steel factory. So they were not from farm families, and they were not from farm learning. They're basically learning on the go, and that's what their retirement fun is. Looking pretty. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Michelle. I guess almost starving to death from it is the reason I'm so passionate about growing food for people. That's good vibes. Yeah, I definitely lost a bunch of weight when I first started Adderall, but as you can see, eventually your body gets used to it. And I don't take Adderall anymore. I take Concerta now because Adderall was too much. My partner's mom bought a hobby farm. It's pure chaos, and it's so much for them to handle, especially when her husband is away for large stretches. They have 6 dogs. Melissa, it is a lot. It is a lot to handle. Let me tell you, my parents have, like 14 acres, and it's apple trees and grapevines and pear trees and farm like fields of vegetables, and there's just 2 of them. And they're just doing all of the work for a farm. That being said, I can tell you, if Alex and I were in the exact same situation, I would love it. So as much as I want to be like, my parents are retired, I wish they would slow down. I wish they would get into a single floor home. I wish my mom would just have a garden to play in, and that my dad would just have somewhere cozy to just hang out outside. Like, that's what I want for them. But what I want for me is to live on a farm that has a little bit of wild space that I can grow my food and wander around. So like, as much as it's like, I don't want that for you, but I want it for me. So I can't even judge, because even though there's so much work that is too much physical labor for two retired people, at the same time, I do understand it, because I would be doing the same thing, even though it's hard and doesn't make any sense. I think they have like 100 birds, 3 goats, 3 sheep, used to be a mule and a horse. I want to inherit it. I'll come with you and inherit it. There's 4 kids in my family. There is no inheriting items. There is no inheriting land. My parents are very, very firm on the belief that everything should be divided 4 ways equally to the 4 children. And that's fine. I don't care. But that means that there is no inheriting land or inheriting like a farm. And I think my parents currently have like 30 chickens and a dog. That's it. Oh, and a cat. 30 chickens, a dog, and a cat. Oh, by the way, my sister and I were talking about if we named that cat. You know, the cat that I am not adopting, but that I wish that I could have adopted. We were talking about if that cat was adopted, what would we name him? Because it would have to be a forest spirit, because, you know, he looked 150 years old. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, last week I went to the SPCA, the local SPCA, and I went and looked at the animals that they had just for fun. But when I was looking just for fun, I ended up finding a cat that I thought was very beautiful and just gorgeous, just a gorgeous cat. And I'm pulling up pictures of him. Anyway, he looks like he's 150 years old. He looks like he's 100,000 years old. He looks like he's seen things. He looks like he's been around the world already a few times. Like he knows things, this cat. So I'm going to show him to you as soon as my Discord takes its sweet effing time to open. Cold coffee, my favorite. Okay, please hold. Look at this cat and tell me this cat is not just older than... Nope, not that one. Just hold on a tick. We need that Discord. In the Discord. Where are you? Do I have another Discord open? Why is it this page? Hello. There. Tell me that cat does not look like he knows more than me, like about what's happened in the world. His name was Carlton, but I said, that's not right. That's just not the right name for this type of a creature. You know? He's the biggest cat I ever saw in my whole life. The hole that his head is resting in is the size of a fat cat's body. And look how big he is. His feet were like as big as a hand. They were huge. He's the biggest cat I ever saw. Anyway, I was saying he would need a super fancy old name that makes him feel like he's a... oh shoot, I just closed Discord again. I'll check after. Anyway, he's gorgeous. So Alex and I were talking, like, what would we name him? And then Julie and I were talking, and I said it would need to be a forest name. And then she said, why don't you just name him Forrest? Forrest Gump is Alex's favorite movie. And I was like, he could be named Forrest. For Alex, it would be like Forrest Gump. And for me, it would be like The Forest. So, if we were to have adopted him, his name would have turned out to be Forrest. I just want you all to know. And I think that would have been a great frickin' name for him. Forrest, the freaking Maine Coon giant. He's the dream. Is the biggest cat I ever saw. I've never seen a cat that big. And he was only 2 years old. Gigantic. He was the dream, but anyway, no Maine Coon for Laura. but he cute. And he was a Maine Coon that was like super, super docile. Like he already had to have been, he was definitely bigger than Peekaboo, but I don't know if he looked heavier than Peekaboo, but he definitely looked like twice as long as her and about twice as tall as her. But I don't know if he was heavier than her because he looked skinny compared to her. Peekaboo is the fattest cat in the whole world. I'm looking for her. Do you hear Gary saying out really quietly? I'm going to have to let Toby outside if he says it again. You let me know if you hear it. I just heard it for the first time. Anyway, that cat was very pretty, but he's no longer available. So, oh well. I haven't commented much today. I was doing some groceries, tired, but you're looking so cute today, as always. You're so nice, Louisa. Gary can smell the urea or something, I swear. How can he smell it? Inside Toby's body? Like, Toby's... Literally, look. There's Toby. How can he tell that this dog needs to go outside? This dog is sleeping, curled up in a dog bed. What is he smelling? He's asleep. He's giving no indications that he has to go to the bathroom. And yet... Oh, Sid's not here, but guess what I did? Sid will be excited about this for me. I invested in something. Ready? Look what I did.
Happy!
I got those buttons for Toby to learn. And guess what? Toby learned how to use them. Didn't you, buddy? Are you happy?
Happy!
Yay! Can I have your foot? Oh, you're gonna lie on your tummy like that? Oh, he's so little. He's just a little guy. You want to get a treat? You want to get a trick for a treat? Where are your treats? Let me find a treat. Okay, mister, you want a treat? Move this out of the way. There's a good boy. Okay, ready? Touch. Okay, who needs a stretch first? Here, let me move this out of the way, right here. Come here. Good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. Come here. Sit. Oh, stretch first. He needs a stretch. It's hard. Good boy. There's a good boy. No, you're a good boy. You got a treat. You're not in the mood? Buddy, if you're not in the mood, you don't have to do tricks for treats. You don't have to. But you can if you want. Huh? How about a shake? Can I have a shake? Oh, good boy. Sit. Sit. Toby, sit. Sit on your bum. Good boy. Sit. Shake.
Happy.
No, that was me. Shake. Good boy. Shake. Come on. It's too stressful. He needs to pee. That's true. Now he's stretched. Just a second. I'm going to let Toby out to go pee because the birds know he needs to pee. You want to go out? Outside. Outside. Okay, just a minute. The birds are going to scream, so I'm going to... Surprise, surprise, the birds were right. The birds know everything about my family. I mean, dogs don't... Wait, hold on. I mean, doesn't dogs always have to release themselves? So, yes and no. Dogs usually have a sort of a backup of pee on hand so that they can mark territory. So yeah, when Toby and I go for a walk, if we go for a 2-hour-long walk, he's going to be lifting his leg the whole 2 hours. He will find places to pee. But when he goes outside to pee, he usually empties his bladder. At least he empties it. I don't think he treats it the same way, is my point. When we go on a walk, his lifting of his leg is usually 3 Mississippi long. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, he's done. Outside, it's 7 Mississippi every time. I count because... I don't know why I count, but I watch him pee because I like to make sure that he's going pee. So I tell him to go pee. He lifts his leg. I count in Mississippis until his leg goes down. It's 7 Mississippis when he's at home. It's 3 when we're on a walk. So yes, while he could be not letting out all of his pee, I think that he's definitely at least releasing most of it because he's standing and holding to pee for like that amount of time. As opposed to marking, which he can do in 1 second, but he usually takes 3 because he's very small. Anyway, he peed. The birds were right. Toby has access to a pee pad at all times. I don't like the idea of him holding his bladder at all. I know that that's a natural thing. I hold my bladder with no problem. But for some reason, it's probably because of how much we loved Thunder and how Thunder was old by the time he died at an old age. And therefore his body was failing him for years leading up to his death. So we got very used to the fact that Thunder needed a pee pad because he could not hold his bladder for any long amount of time. If Thunder needed to go to the bathroom and he forgot to cue to us because he had dementia, then he would just go over to the pee pad and pee. And that's fine. But Toby's a young dog. He doesn't need to do that. We are just used to it because of Thunder. So, now I have to kind of retrain myself that we don't want him on pee pads. We want him as peeing only outside. But if he cues to that he needs to pee and I don't listen to him and I don't notice, he'll pee on the pee pad. So he has access to a pee pad because I don't want him to feel in trouble by peeing on the floor. Like, that's not how I want him to learn to only pee outside. But what I have found helpful, like, we might only need to change his pee pad every 3rd day because it's not that he's not making a mistake. It's that he doesn't ever cue without me. If I am doing really well and I catch his cues every time, he won't pee inside on a pee pad. If I don't catch his cues, he'll pee on the pee pad. And the birds have actually been helping remind me roughly 11 o'clock, 10:40 to 11 o'clock every day. I notice that the birds start muttering the word out. So maybe that's just when their previous owner's dog went out to pee every day. Maybe that's what they're noticing. And they're thinking, because the previous owners of the birds had a toy poodle, a very small toy poodle. So I wonder if they are just calling out the word out because it's like a time of day thing. You know, like lunchtime at 12 o'clock, maybe they just say out. But they learned it from me saying it to Thunder. Oh, God, oh, no. Oh, my heart. Maybe that's when we let Thunder out in the mornings. Oh, my heart. Oh, I just felt such emotion hit me all at once. Let me explain what's going through my mind right now. We had Thunder for 10 years. We had the birds for how long before Thunder died? At least a year. And the birds learned out, like they never said out before, and then they started saying it because we had to yell at Thunder. In the last year or 2 of his life, he was mostly deaf. When I describe Thunder to people who haven't met him, it sounds like we literally had a dead dog that we were just dragging around because it still had a heartbeat. He was alive. He had so much heart. He loved so hard. So he wasn't just like a in pain old dead dog. He was just his health was failing. His spirit was not failing. I need you to understand. Thunder's spirit was not fading. So when people are like, oh, like when I look at him now and I look back at pictures, I'm like, the dog looked like he was dying a long time before we put him down. But I know at the time I was still connecting with him. Like, I'm looking at it now as a person who owned a dog, like it wasn't my dog, and go, oh, you could have put him down earlier. But he was my guy. Him and I would talk. Me and Thunder were on the same page. Thunder wasn't ready to go. Oh, my heart just feels so much right now thinking about the fact that the birds could be calling the word out, because that's when Thunder would have gone out. So now Toby's going outside because Thunder would go outside at this time. God, I loved that dog so much. Like, I like Thunder. I like Toby a lot. I love him now. Oh, the feelings I have about Thunder, though. It's really like I lost a person. And Thunder was mine. He was mine. He was like all mine. He was Alex's too. He was also my sister's. He was also my friend's. He was a lot of people's dog. He was yours. But he was my boy. He was me and my guy, Thunder. We were bestest. Like, the connection I had with that dog, I can never explain, because my heart, I love him right now like he's still alive. I love him like he's still alive, and I miss him like he was taken away from me and he's still alive and I could get him back. That's how much I miss him. I don't miss him like, oh, nostalgia. I miss him like there's a possibility I could get him back. I know logically I know that's not real. That's what that's how the emotion feels, though. In my body, it doesn't feel like it's something that I could never have again, which is what it is, because it's death. It feels like it's something I could win back, which is not possible. So why does it's like the sadness has hope. It's so twisted. God, I miss that dog so much. If you've lost a dog, truly my heart breaks for you. But also, you know, when people say, like, you don't know love till you have a child of your own, until your body grows a human being, you don't know real love. Until you choose to end the life of your most beloved, most devoted companion, when you choose to end the life of your most beloved, devoted companion, you don't know heartbreak until you do that. There is no heartbreak that can even touch it, because there is no human equivalent. You can't decide, okay, unplugging your child, unplugging a loved one, like it's humans and animals, I know those are different things, but oh my God, it's like, it's not even unplugging, because that still is passive. Something happened and you're just reacting to it. With putting an animal down, you have to say, like, this, you're giving someone money to kill your animal. And yes, it is for mercy. But still, the decision is the life is ending, and it's a life you never wanted to end. Not just you never wanted to have to be the ender of it. It's that you never wanted that life to finish. I want to be 65 years old with Thunder at 10 years old. I want to be 75 years old with Thunder at 10 years old. I would have, if I could have taken him with me the whole journey, I would have. So you never want that animal to die. It's not like you're like happy about it. It's devastating. It doesn't matter that he had a great life. It's devastating. It is a devastation. Oh my God, it's so delicious how much detail is in the pain. It's not good. It's all bad. But if you're looking at it like as a poet or a writer or something, oh, there is inspiration there, I tell you what. I don't know what inspiration, but like if you write plays or something, I don't know. The depth of feeling that I've had around Thunder's passing is unlike anything I've ever felt before in my life. So, yep. If you're an artist of some kind, I bet you could get something out of that pain. Putting down, it's not just like, oh, putting down an animal. That's sad too. I'm saying your closest and most devoted companion, your best friend that knows nothing except loving you eternally. That's something else. The greatest pain. Truly. I will never forget Thunder. Sorry, we lost some people in the darkness there. Back to the light. Back to the light. That was fun. I was feeling some heartbreak. I can feel it in my chest. I'm very physical with my feelings. Like all of my emotions have physical properties. And oh my God, heartbreak, it fills my whole chest and makes my chest feel like electric. And then there's this heaviness that's on, it's like I'm wearing a lead blanket on top of an electric current. So it's very bizarre, and it's very awake, a very awake physical feeling in my chest. And it's not good, but it's a lot. And things that feel a lot, I feel everything a lot. So I feel sad, and when I feel sad a lot. Oh, God, I miss that dog. He was the most magnificent dog you have ever seen. He stood no taller than 8 inches off the ground. He was just a stout little, magical little dog. This is Thunder right here. He was perfect. He was blonde. He had hair that was too long for a short hair Chihuahua, and he had hair that was too short for a long hair Chihuahua. That's a good way to describe it. A lot. It's just a lot. He had big, tall ears and beady eyes. His eyes were orange if you looked up close, but they looked brown from far away. He was mostly blind. By the time we parted ways, by the time he left me is really what happened. He should have taken me with him. By the time he left me, he was mostly blind, and he had cataracts on both eyes, so he mostly had like a glazed sort of gray eye. His ears were tilted, they used to be erect, like beautifully Chihuahua perfectly. They were tilted and kind of sagging by the time he passed away because he had a stroke. And he had, what else did Thunder have? He had a stroke and he had a seizure disorder. And as the seizure disorder progressed towards the end of his life, the seizures took more of a toll on him. And so he had bad balance. He would do a lot of stand-in until I said, "Hey buddy, come on over here." And then he'd be like, "Oh, Mom, so happy to see you." He slept a lot. In the last 2 years of his life, he was a big nap boy, but he wanted to nap in my lap always. He wasn't in pain, but he didn't do stairs anymore. We carried him up the stairs. We carried him down the stairs. We put him on the bed. We took him off the bed. He slept under the covers, right up against me. He would sleep in between Alex and I on top of us. Adorable. He used to be a big barker when people would come to the door and when people would come in the house that he didn't know. But for the last couple of years of his life, as his hearing went, he stopped being worried about like plumbers coming into the house or anything, or even knocking on the door. He would lift his head, but he didn't do much about it. In his later years, he was very chill. God, that dog was so amazing. We got him while we were in university still, I think. Must have been. Oh, I was just a baby. And so was he. We grew up together. And now I get to make that whole bond again with Toby. Obviously, it won't be the same. Nothing could be the same. Thunder literally was a miracle. He came into our life and only made it better. Every month we had Thunder was better than before we had him. He's just the best dog in the world. And now I have become a Chihuahua person, which is crazy because Chihuahuas are a crazy dog to decide that's your dog. That's the dog you chose? Like on purpose, that's the one you ended up with? The first time, at least I could say we never wanted a Chihuahua. Because Alex and we never wanted a Chihuahua. Let me tell you, we said that we would foster first. Before getting a dog, we would foster. And then we ended up fostering a Chihuahua and falling in love with him, and that was Thunder. And now I don't want any other dog. I just want them. They're so awesome. Or was Thunder just awesome? I feel that with my dog, Luna. That's awesome. I'm happy that you have a soul dog. That's what people call them, right? Your soul, whatever, soul pet. Thunder was my soul boy, for sure. And I will literally miss him for the rest of my life. There is no part of my life that I can imagine that wouldn't be better if Thunder was in it. You know? We took him everywhere. If it was an invite extended to us, Thunder was attached. Thunder was part of that. Obviously we asked, but everyone said yes because everyone loved Thunder. Thunder was how a lot of people changed their minds about Chihuahuas. And that's that. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That was fun to talk about. Oh, I love talking about Thunder. I'm glad some of you guys got to meet him. And to those of you that didn't, I hope these story times give you a good idea of how loved that little guy was. We're doing pretty good on this sleeve today. We're getting some good movement. I keep taking breaks to like look up stuff though. So, well, sorry about it. I'm going to be working for the rest of the afternoon on really, really pushing and trying to finish my edit so that you can see the thing I did, because it's almost December and my video is filmed in the beginning of November and I would like to post it. I hope that you like it. It is going to be, what is it going to be? Me unloading my me unloading my flower press, loading my flower press, and then also pressing flowers in my dictionary, unloading flowers that are already pressed in my dictionary, and then also bundling up flowers for dried flowers. And then also I show off all of the flowers that I dried this year. So it's like a really pretty video. But I'm taking a lot of time to add extra footage in. Like I'm getting footage of all of the plants when they were fresh, and I'm adding that like from my phone. I've taken photos of my flowers all year. So I'm adding in photos of the flowers fresh and showing them dry, and I'm also adding video clips of the garden, doing a little garden tour inside, and just kind of talking about everything. I think it's going to be a good video. It's about 25 minutes long, and I'm hoping I can get the last stuff done to it today. I think I can. I am taping a pattern together. I'm knitting a cardigan. Oh, cool. What's the vibe of your cardigan? What's the shape? Are you knitting a sweater and then cutting it, or are you knitting a cardigan? Like, are you knitting it as like a raglan style, top down, or are you doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces? What's the sitch? I'm taping a pattern together. A pattern for what? What are you making? Just keep knitting, just keep knitting, just keep knitting, knitting, knitting. Oh, also yesterday I took a little bit of time and gave a bunch of my plants a really deep watering, some plants that really needed it, and they were so happy, and it made me feel so guilty. A bunch of my plants were like fully wilted over yesterday. I'm taping a pattern together, dice bags for a friend. Oh, cool. Like a drawstring bag. Cute. The speed, look at the speed, the agility of knitting in stockinette for hours on end. It gets faster and faster. Oh, yesterday I got ice cream, and the ice cream I got, we went to Baskin Robbins. I haven't gotten ice cream in an ice cream cone in forever, but let me tell you, when it's cold outside and you are bundled up in a wool sweater, it's pretty awesome to be eating an ice cream cone. When it was like, I don't know, 5 degrees Celsius. So it's like cold enough that in a sweater, a big warm sweater, you're comfortable, but most people had a coat on. Julia and I were just wearing warm sweaters, and we got ice cream at Baskin Robbins. I got 2 scoops, and I got some kind of chocolate brownie and some kind of coffee almond. Very yummy. Yep, it's gonna have like inner pockets and be lined and stuff. Oh, pretty. It was delicious. And it didn't melt while we were eating it, which was so lovely. We just got to slowly eat our ice cream with like no rush because it was cold outside, and we ate it while we were outside. As long as you're dressed warm, eating ice cream in the cold, no problem. It's only your mouth that's cold. Everything else, as long as you've got like comfortably warm clothes on, you're great. Ten out of 10 recommend. I want to sew something. I'm getting the sewing itch. I'm glad to be getting some kind of crafting itch. Even this knitting is making me feel pretty good. I feel like I've been kind of, well, I know I've been depressed. I've been depressed and super anxious for like a couple months now. And I've been just struggling, as it were. And like everyone, literally like everyone, I have seasonal affective disorder. Actually, I just have depression and anxiety, but maybe it got worse in the fall. Anyway, I wasn't feeling my craft mojo at all, just not wanting to do anything because it feels like I shouldn't be crafting unless I'm filming, because my job is to craft on camera. So I got this whole feeling in my head of like, anytime I'm crafting where I'm not filming it, I'm being lazy. Instead of like, no, crafting is also your hobby, so you're allowed to do it off camera also. But it felt impossible to do, and then I went into a spiral, and then I had to take 3 weeks off, and now I'm back. So thank you for waiting for me to be gone for 3 weeks to dig myself out of that spiral, which I hope we're on our way out of it. I mean, we're going to do our best, you know? Do what we can. And what we can do right now is knit and chat. So thank you for being here and knitting and chatting with me. I'm happy. I had a happy weekend and I'm happy today. It's like I have to say it out loud. After we had the day, I texted my sister, I had such a good day today. And I said to Alex, I had a happy day today. I was happy all day. It was really a good day. Because I don't want my brain to start rewriting it and looking for dark spots in an otherwise happy day. Because that's the way that my depression and anxiety try and melt my world, is just by making me doubt every single interaction. Doesn't matter how secure I am with the person, just doubting every interaction and making me the villain of everything. So that didn't happen. I didn't let it happen. I told everybody how good of a day we had. Everyone said, yes, today was a great day. And then I didn't feel guilty about it later, which was so awesome because that's just not been the case for me for several months. And I understand that my feelings are not reality because I have people that are safe that I can check in with and ask honestly, and I know and expect an honest response. Like, hey, is everything okay between us? If I ask that, they will honestly say, everything is okay between us. Nothing is amiss, nothing is afoot. Alex being one of them, my sister being another one. And I do that fairly, for the last 2 months, God, way too often. But this weekend, I did not let it happen. I said today was a good day. I didn't ask, was today a good day? I said today was a good day. And I believed it, and I was able to believe it all the way till now, while I'm telling you, today was a good day. I don't doubt any, I'm not going to look back at any of my interactions, because we just had a nice day. You don't have to double check that you had an actual nice day and that your nice day wasn't actually you manipulating someone and pretending to have a nice day. That's mental illness. My favorite project for knit or crochet, wow, thank you. My favorite project for knit or crochet are bags. What about you? Sweaters. I love making sweaters. I love, love, love sweaters. Knitting and crochet, I think sweaters are my favorite for both. For sewing, my favorite is a reversible tote bag. I love a tote bag. Anyway, yesterday was also a good day. Nothing bad happened. Everything was good. No doubts. No drama. P.S. Thanks for the hearts. I saw them. Ugh. Isn't depression just the pits. Let's not even talk about it because I'm not feeling it right now. I feel pretty okay right now. I even talked about thunder and I feel pretty okay right now. Like I'm ready to go to work after the stream. I'm feeling okay. Have I been taking my meds at the same time every single day for the last couple weeks? Yes. Yes, I have. Oh, so are you telling me that your meds work when you take them properly? Surprised. When my mental illness is illnessing. Anyway, thank you for being here today, as I just am probably too honest. But, like, what else am I going to do, you know? I'm here, I'm talking for 3 hours a day, 3 times a week. What do you expect? We're going to chit-chat. We're going to just be ourselves. There's no way I can hold up a pretend Laura for that long. That's way too long for me. So you just get to get this is what you get. Me complaining about my body pains while knitting for 3 hours. It's always a pleasure being here, and it's always a pleasure to be here with you, Candace, so thank you for coming. It's not always a pleasure being here. Sometimes we are, like, genuinely all unhappy, first of all. Second of all, it doesn't have to be a pleasure. It's just a space. It's just like, if you can go into a space and just hang out, that's what this is. It's just a space. I'm a human. I'm gonna say bad stuff sometimes by accident. I'm gonna say too much honest stuff by accident, you know? It's just, this is a safe place. You can be sad here or happy. You're welcome here. As long as you're into making something. I feel like it would probably not be the vibe to come hang out here if you weren't into any craft. If you were like, oh, I'm only into... I can't think of what's a person who wouldn't fit in here. If someone was like, oh, I've never touched a yarn craft. I don't like any of that sort of stuff. It's too messy. I don't sew, I don't knit, I don't paint. Someone who doesn't do any arts or crafts probably wouldn't find any reason to stick around here. But if you do arts and crafts and you like to chat about generally just anything that crosses our mind, it's just another place. Casual place. Let's see, we were raised to believe lying is wrong anyways. Exactly, so actually we are an extension of the golden rule. This is just a good place to be. I mean, I find it to be a good place to be. And thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Cool. Everybody is where they're supposed to be. I knew you were going to come over here. Oh, nope, never mind. It's just Gary. Do you want to watch my hands knit, or do you want to watch the birds be birds over there? I think I'm going to do yoga after this before I do work. My shoulder is quite tight. Knit. Okay. I can also do this. Wait, not that. Like, nope, not that. Hold on. Okay, thank you, Beelzebub. There. How's that? Now we can have both. Is that good? Did she throw something at you? No, she dropped something. There. Gorgeous. She dropped a sunflower head. She had a sunflower seed head. And she picked up the whole seed head and then dropped it on the ground. And now she's mad at me. So she's gonna start being loud for no reason. These are like prequels to her yelling. These little noises. It's her deciding if she's gonna start yelling or not. And it will start to get louder and louder until eventually she and him fly off going chee 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 chee. Here, hold on, I'll get you your sunflowers. Here. I'm not doing anything rude. I'm giving it to you. Jesus. What is your drama? Good bird. Good bird. You're so good. I'm gonna just put it in there. Okay? Thank you. Oh, she's gonna. I could feel it. Oops. God. Ugh. Anyway, now that the birds have their treats and snacks, they're still chittering quite a bit. It's okay. They're not making noise that's problematic now. I know where this noise heads, and it heads towards shrieking. Hopefully, I'm wrong, and they're just gonna chit-chat, and then they're gonna be quiet and lovely. I wouldn't place a bet that that's the case, though. Oh, but you can't see Toby like this. Sorry. Not an ideal scenario, I guess. I am psychically linked to your birds. You know the truth of them. You can see them for who they are. Ma'am. Not a chance, ma'am. I don't know what you think you're doing. But that's not gonna work. Go on, get off my table. Thank you. You have your bird spots. Oops. They look like they're having a blast in that basket. They are. They love the basket. It was such a good choice. I knew it. I knew. Can you guys relax? It's a bit much. They say no. Cannot relax. I think you're okay. I don't think you need to be doing that. There's literally nothing going on. No reason. Now they're fine. They just needed to scream a bit. Because they're like wild animals. You guys are both crazy. I think it's funny, but I'm not there, even with earbuds. Yes, it is horrifyingly loud in real life. It is so sharp. Hopefully your brains are not... Where did you go? Oh, good, just in the basket. Let me just give them more stuff in their basket so that they continue to not cause trouble. I'm glad you like it. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you're happy. You're welcome. You're a good bird. Good bird. You're so cute. Good bird. Those are happy noises. Can you hear them? I don't know if the mic picks up their noises right now, these ones, but these are the happiest bird noises. They go purr, 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 purr. This is like top 3 bird happy noises. Oh, I'm glad that made them happy. Toby, I can see you. Your food is right in front of you. It does? Okay, good. Well, then enjoy. Enjoy the happy sound of my birds just loving life. I have to make them more cardboard toys this week also. I have a whole bunch of cardboard boxes that I've just been accumulating and saving up. And now I'm ready to disassemble them, cut them into panels, then cut the panels into squares, then put a hole through all of them, then sew them onto a long piece of like jute cord, and then tie it up, and the birds just destroy it over the course of a couple of weeks. They love cardboard toys. So I need to make them fairly often. Every couple of weeks I need new ones. I might even try to make Peekaboo another scratch thing with cardboard if I have enough. We'll see. I don't know if I have enough cardboard. It's garbage night, so I have to do it today because I don't want to have extra cardboard after. Edit until the video's done, and your reward is you get to make bird toys. Edit until the video is done, and your reward is you get to make bird toys. That's the plan for this evening. Bird toys. Do you want to join me in making bird toys? Like, should I live stream it if I do it? Or, because I wasn't planning on it. I don't know why I even offered. I was just going to do it tonight in the evening. Yes. Yeah, you want to be there for assembly of bird toys? Maybe I will, I'll see where I'm at. I'll see where I'm at when I'm done editing this video I'm working on. When I'm done it, I'll see how I'm feeling and where I'm at, and then I'll message in Discord to let you guys know if I'm going to do it. But yeah, maybe I'll live stream tonight so that I can get the bird toys all made. We also have to do like an extra live stream to do Christmas ornament making. Have to make ornaments. I brought all my crafts over to Julia's house though, so I do not have any of my stuff right now, so I can't do it right now. Ornament making. Sure. Okay. Cool. How far have we gotten? Where's the tail? Don't tell me it's like a couple rows. Oh, we've done quite a few rows. Way to go, us. We are so professional knitters. Look at us go. Thank you for being here. As I just tediously knit in a circle over and over and over and over. It will be worth it. Are we going to make the sweater bottom up or top down or piece? Because I'm making the sleeves separately. That's okay. We can still attach them in to the final garment eventually, hopefully seamlessly. And if we can't, I'll survive. But Are we going to do pieces, like a body piece, a front body piece, and a back body piece, and then these 2 sleeves? Or are we going to do raglan style, top down, and then just sew in these sleeves? Or are we going to do bottom up for a men's extra large sweater? Are my knitters here? What do my knitters think? I feel like I still haven't decided, and until the sleeves are done, I don't have to decide. No idea how knitting works. Well, even if you don't know how knitting works, like in specifics, you can still sort of, I don't know how your imagination works, but if your imagination works in clear pictures, like mine does, then, like, Alex has no imagination, guys. And I don't mean like, oh, he can't imagine like a mystical creature. I mean like he can't see apple in his head when he says the word apple. Bizarre. Anyway, if you do have that ability, picture the 2 sleeves as 2 tubes. Like, could you please relax? I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, and your squawking makes that quite difficult for me. Are you excited? You want to fly again? You got more energy now that you had some snacks? Yeah? Are you happy? You happy, bird? How about you, How about you, Beelzebub? Are you happy? Choked on my spit there. Ugh. I prefer raglan. Bottom up are more difficult. Okay, bottom up are more difficult. That's a good argument for me. And if I know how big my sleeves are, like I know these are 80 stitches around, then I know that I have to keep increasing my raglan until I have 80 plus 80, 160 for the 2 arms, and then however big I need for the chest section. So it can help me determine how big to make it. I could do that. I don't know how I'm going to attach the sleeves, but that'll be a problem for another day. That's not a problem for me right now. That's a problem for future Laura to figure out. Hi, Beelzebub. How you doing, honey? You want to come on my shoulder? No? Oh, no. Come here. Oh my god, I was helping you. No, get off. You know you're not allowed on plants. Those are rules. I make only knit front back increases. Okay, I do yarn over increases, which always makes a hole. Definitely knit front back was probably going to be a better option for the raglan part, for not to make holes in his sweater. But yeah, all of my increases are just yarn overs, so they look like this, unfortunately. And there's another increase right there. They look like holes. Not the cutest. Oh well. I just have to learn how to graft in knitting, and then I can be fine. But the problem is, if I do raglan, the sleeves will be like upside down, because I will be knitting down. You know what I'm trying to say? If I start at the top, all the stitches will be angled down, but the sleeve will be the opposite. It'll be angled up. So I don't know how that will affect attaching the two. I'll have to consider it. What will I do? Where will I go? By the way, don't forget to click the thumbs up button today if you have not yet clicked the thumbs up button. Thank you. And if you have clicked the thumbs up button, then thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know how much more I have on my video to do. I'm trying to think. I think I only have like 15 more minutes to finish editing. You can twist in the other row and the holes will not be visible. You can twist it in the other row. And the holes would not be visible. Yarn over. Okay, hold on. If I did knit, yarn over. Oh, I see. So instead of it being open, it could have been at least one more level closed from the twist. Totally. I should have. I did not. What I was thinking of doing was putting making a chain and weaving it in and out and then just like stitching it down in a bow shape so that it looks like these are eyelets that are intentional. Even though they're not intentional. They're definitely not. Look at us going. We're doing good today. I'm really pleased with how much I've managed to get knitted on this. I feel like we're we're fairly close to finished this second sleeve. Hopefully. Come on. No, come back here. There you are. I push all the stitches right up to the tip of the needle so that I can get more stitches before I have to do any adjusting, but that makes it a little risky at first for stitches to fall off. The holes are like lacy. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. But like a good high quality knitting person who knows how to knit well would be able to tell, you just did a yarn over, didn't you? And I will go, yes, I'm sorry. Please. Please forgive. But I will make it look nice. I'm going to make it a feature, not a bug, by adding some fun stuff in it. It's just a design choice. Exactly. I wanted it to be a yarn over because the way I was picturing the sleeve was with holes. I did that because that's how I pictured it. Could you relax, bruv? There's literally nothing going on. Nothing has happened. Nothing is happening. Everything's fine. There's no need for the screeching. It's too frickin' much, brew. You know? Like, this is a cat toy, so it's not a good example, but for the width, this is a good width. Hold on. Like, forward, backward, forward, backward. I just want to see what it'll look like if I do some kind of other color. I was thinking green, but like a bright, like a limey kind of green with the purple. Could be cute, but maybe blue. Just want to see how it would look if it was something woven all the way in. And it wouldn't adjust, so it wouldn't have like a drawstring, because I don't want it to be like lost. It would be stuck in place, but the idea is that it would look like this, you know? That could be cute. If I put like a chain or a thick yarn in the space, it adds a little bit of an extra. It looks like a seam, like tiny stitches. Not tiny, giant stitches. I'm trying to help Peekaboo lose weight, so I've been getting her cat toys and seeing if any of them work for her. So far, nothing. So far, out of the like 6 that we've tried, Peekaboo shows very little interest in doing any physical exercise of any kind. Peekaboo is our very fat cat. Laser pointer, not even a chance. She doesn't even care at all. Like like this. Like, you know where when cats, if you try to get their attention too much, they actively ignore you? It's like that. She notices that it's coming from me and then goes like, I'm actually not even going to talk to you anymore now. Fully. She's not into any form of physical exercise. But I don't mind. She's eating less, hopefully, unless she keeps eating Toby's food, which she keeps trying to. But she is on a diet, hopefully, as long as she's not eating Toby's food. Because Toby is not on a diet. Toby is 4.5 pounds. He will never need to be on a diet. Imagine if eventually they're like, he's 5.5 pounds, he's overweight. She did enough when she lived outside. She lives in luxury now. She does live in luxury, but like she also isn't living in luxury right now. She's getting like half rations, and the food she's getting is now diet food. So she's like she's just a fat. She's actually, I can't say she's starving. She's not complaining throughout the day about not having food. In the morning, she's very insistent that it's food time, but throughout the day, she doesn't bother me again. It's not like she will double, like, beg for food. She only begs for food in the morning, which is fine, because everybody's begging for food in the morning. Toby is begging, the birds are begging, the cat is begging, everyone's yelling, everyone's all excited, so there's no trouble. But she doesn't do it other than that, except, like, just first thing in the morning. So even though she's on half rations of a weight loss food, she's only annoying in the morning. I wonder if she will get skinnier. I think she is, but we'll know when we go to the vet next. She was a wild cat though, so she does deserve to be at least a little bit fat. That's just what's appropriate. She's just extra squishy. Yeah, that's what it is. She's just extra squishy. I don't know about all that. She was also quite a tubby outdoor cat. She was a very tubby outdoor cat. It's bizarre how tubby she was. She must have been like eating garbage. Like, I mean, I know I saw her drag a full-size rabbit across a field, so that day she ate meat. But, I mean, that also means she was quick, right? She caught a rabbit. So, I don't know. Yeah, she wasn't being cared for. Maybe she was being fed, but she wasn't being cared for because she had fleas and worms and frostbite on her ears and frostbite on her toes. So like she was being fed because she was so fat, but she wasn't being cared for because she had worms and fleas. If it was a cat that you cared for, you would notice that it was freezing. Maybe it was roadkill. It was not roadkill. I'm telling you, it looked like she was dragging an alive, full-size rabbit. It was not roadkill. Imagine if it was... She's just harvesting garbage, literally. So she may have been being fed by a few people, you know? Maybe she was walking from farm to farm, and she was everybody's neighborhood cat. But she was not being... She was not fixed, first of all. She was living outside, not wandering outside. Like she would be outside at sunset, like shivering by our chicken coop. She did not want to be outside. Once she came inside, she never tried to escape. Anyway, in all likelihood, what happened was someone dumped her at this kind of, it's not a tourist spot. It's like a local tourist spot. It's not a tourist spot because we're local people, but local people like to go to this one place, and it's like a lookout spot, and people dump animals there because people always go there, and it's out in the country. So My guess is she got dumped there and just found her new home nearby. And we lived nearby. She's definitely better at being a house cat. She doesn't even want to go outside. When the door is wide open, she is comfortably sitting at the door inside. She's never taken a step outside of this house, and the door has been open for her lots of times. Lots of times when we're like getting groceries in, and she just sits by the door, and she'll sit at the door threshold looking outside while the door is open, but she's not even putting a foot outside. She's like, I am an indoors. I'm a cat that lives indoors. Like, Rohan used to try and escape all the time. Free meals and warmth, literally, and no troubles, just no issues. Someone cleans out my poop for me, everything's perfect. I mean, her litter box. There we go. Anyway, Peekaboo is our house cat now. Our big, fat, beautiful house cat. And I love her. And I love her name. Peekaboo was perfect for her. All right, here is how far I got. We changed yarn color, or not yarn color, yarn, oops. Oh no. Fudge. Oh no. Okay, everybody breathe. We are all gonna survive this atrocity that I am currently navigating. We're gonna survive this, all of us together. I was going to try and end the stream, but now I've screwed up my knit a lot. Okay, there we go. Hold on, you're not right. There we go. And there we go. Okay, whew, all good. There we go. Sorted. Now I can pull my needles forward a bit. Still have some work to do on this sleeve before it's going to be the same length as its other brother, cousin sleeve, whatever. Here's how long the first one is, and here's how long. Why do you look bigger? Don't stress me out like that. Why are you bigger right now? Don't freak me out. I'm going to be really stressed if they are not the same size. They are. I counted. Okay. Anyway, we still have this much more to do on the second sleeve, which we will finish on Wednesday. Thank you for being here today. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed chillaxing with me and with this lovely group of people as well. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to be back on Wednesday because I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. So if you want to come hang out, come Monday, Wednesday, Friday to this channel and you will find me here. If you like crochet tutorials and other stuff like that, I put out tutorials on Tuesday. So come back on Tuesdays for that. So I will see you tomorrow or Wednesday. Okay. Bye.